Alright, let's get ready for getting ready. Yay, 3.2. Woo! Alrighty, so this first problem is wanting us to kind of do that same stuff that we've been doing in our math tasks. But you're going to have to create a diagram on your own. So the trick to kind of look at this is you've got Bob Cooper, who's purple, okay, and it's saying he had 3 sons. So you draw 3 sons. I'm drawing them in baby form. You probably want to draw them in adult form, because it says every 30 years time period your pattern is just going to keep going. So you need to create a diagram similar to this that would show you that. You may even want to mark 30 years here. So you'll need to get those other ones and see how many of those times you need to do that for the diagram. Then you're going to try to use that pattern to predict how many in those years. So remember, a table of values is a great way to help you with that as well. You'd have years and you'd have Bob Cooper and his sons. So instead of saying 1900, 1901, what you'd want to do on that table is start out at 0. 0 would be like 1900. Then every 30 years, that would be your next set of 30 years. Okay, so 1930 would be like 1, 1960 would be like 2, 1990 would be like 3, and so on. 2020 would be 4, and then you can figure out the number of people that would be. Okay. So, and make sure that you're doing it in between, not the total number of people, just the number from there to there, how many you're adding on to that, I guess. Okay? Then try to write an equation that would help you predict that for the next one. Okay? And that can be a recursive, so it could be one that you depend on the previous number to get, or it could be explicit, where it wouldn't. And we'll talk about this one probably in class a little more. But that's just to give you some guidance. Alright, now let's take a look at these ones. Now, I'm not going to do 5 and 8. Those ones you can do on your own. These are all exponents, powers. Okay, with 6 and 7, you may look at this and think they're exactly the same. And they may start out that way. If I put in a first for -3, we'd end up with -3. If on this one I did -3 to the first power, it would be -3. Okay, but watch what happens when we square it. -3 squared. Well, that's -3 times -3, because the negative's inside the square, which gives us a +9. For this one, okay, that negative's like it's outside of it, so it'd be +3 times +3, which is 9, then attach the negative. So it'd be a -9. There's our difference. 3 cubed, that's -3 times -3 times -3. That would be +9, -27. Same for number 7. -27, -27. Then for 4, we'd just be multiplying it again by that -3. So +81, -81. And for the 5th, okay, for the 5th it would be kind of similar. -3 times -3 times -3 times -3 times -3. So basically we know that those equal 81, so just times it by -3 again, and we'd get a -243. Okay, so that's basically all you do. And you can use a calculator to help you do that part. So just do it for 8 and 5 as well. Okay, now we're just solving equations. Okay, single variable, yes, it's on either side. Remember, when we've got something like this, we're going to distribute. So 3 times x is 3x, 3 times -1, -3, 2 times x, 2x, 2 times 6, +6. Then combine like terms. Get the 3 to the other side, those cancels. 3x equals 2x plus 9. Subtract a 2x, and we get 1x equals 9, or just x equals 9, same thing. Okay, for 10, same idea. 7 times x, we get 7x. 7 times 20, we get 140. equals x plus 5. Okay, subtract an x. That's like 1x, so it would be 6x. Subtract 140. Positive 5 minus 140 would give us a negative 135. Divide by 6, and we get x equals a negative, well, 6 can go into 13 twice. That would give us 12. Give us a 1. 6 can go into 15. Not completely right. That would be another 2. And that would give us 12. And that would be 3. Then we'd have to add a decimal. And that would be 22.5. Okay, now number 13 and 14, same exact thing. 3 times t is 3t, 3 times 3 is 9, 2 times t, negative 2 times t is negative 2t, negative 2 times negative 1 is a positive 2. Got to remember that negative sticks with the 2. Now they're on the same side, so we don't have to do opposites. Positive 3 minus 2 is 1t, or just t. 9 plus 2 would be plus 11 equals 0, minus 11, t equals negative 11. For 14, same idea. Alright, so we just do the same exact thing. So we get 6z plus 18 minus 15z minus 10 equals 4z minus 18. And I ran out of space. That's 18. You'll just have to deal with it. So 6z plus 18 minus 15z minus 10 equals 4z minus 18. So combine like terms. We've got a positive 6 and negative 15. So negative 15 plus 6 would give us a negative 9z. Positive 18, negative 10, 18 minus 10, positive 8 equals 4z minus 18, and I should probably put mustaches on all my z's so you can actually understand that they're z's. So I would add 18. That would give me 26. Add 9z. That would give me 13z. Divide by 13, and we get 2 equals z. And there we go, 7 minutes and 33 seconds, or 34. Now it's going to be 35. Uh-oh, now it's 36. I better just hurry and stop because it is going to be 40.